Melor, what are you doing? You know we come to see you, right?
I don't understand, Booty. Where are you bringing me? I thought we were supposed to be wedded tonight.
Nonsense. We will be wedded.
Then why are we hiding in the forest? You know the kampong is the other way, right?
Sayang, I know I promised to marry you.
And by marrying, your family shall recognize us. And the village shall finally accept me as one of you.
That's all said and done.
So, why are we not stood by Tok Dalang right now? You know that it is only his recognition we need for it all to happen. What troubles you, Sayang?
We will wed, Melor. Just not tonight.
What?
Sayang, you have to understand. My family isn't doing so well. With the droughts ravaging the harvests and the crop numbers low, I cannot afford to upset things further.
Upset things further?
You know how my family and the entire kampong will react to us being married?
You always said that it need not matter what others thought of our relationship.
Marriage is an entirely different matter, Melor. You and me, we both come from different worlds. Marriage will not come easily for us.
But you have promised to wed me since the last few harvests. How long more do I have to wait?
By the next harvest. I promise, Sayang. Just not when the scales are as untipped as they are now.
I hear you,
And you will hold my words close to your heart.
as I always have.
Then I will come to see you by dawn tomorrow.
And you will send word if you don't?
You know my correspondences of the kampong are monitored.
Yet you still manage to court me.
And if I were to court you, as tradition permits, we will not be allowed to meet like this. Be grateful, Melor. The time we have together is limited. Expect me at dawn, but be careful, Sayang. The night is darkest just before dawn.
Hello, Melor. Why are you in town?
To see, Doc, I just harvested the most wonderful batch of dengue purong galang pasir at...
Nice. Adik, look away. Hurry up.
Look, there she goes, that girl is strange, no question. undistracted, can't you tell?
Never part of any crowd, with her heads up on some cloud. With an eye, she's a funny girl, my lord.
Salam,
Good day,
how is your family?
Dalang.
Good day.
How is your wife? I need 6 eggs.
That's too expensive.
Must be more than this provincial life. Oh, Melor.
Oh, good morning, Puan Laila. I've got a batch of newly harvested herbs for you.
Oh, already? Even with the drought?
The forests are still plentiful.
Oh, thank you, Melor. I'll take them.
Great! By the way, would you have happened to see anyone from your family today?
Not really. Why do you ask?
Just out of curiosity. Goodbye, Puan.
Look, there she goes, that girl is so peculiar. I wonder if she's feeling well.
With a dreamy, far-off look, and alone she always stood. What a puzzle to the rest of us, my lord.
Oh, never thought I'd be here in this little town by the river. From the place I come from, on this foreign land I stand alone beyond my dreams.
Now it's no wonder that her name is Jasmine. Her face is oh so feminine.
I'll be fine if I'm her son. I'm afraid she's rather odd. Very different from the rest of us. She's nothing like the rest of us. She's different from the rest of us, my lord.
Hey, good morning, Tuan Daus. Good morning, Pak Choi. How's your family doing today? Not so well, you know, with the drought, the growing taxes. We expect very difficult harvest ahead. Oh, Tuan Sulaiman is increasing the harvest tax again? No, man. There's Sulaiman's family. They just demand more each day. I'm sorry. That must be very, very difficult for you, Your kids are with the farm.
Like from the legends that's been passed down to us, our misfortune seems quite abrupt. Does it not seem peculiar? It's a place under a curse.
But denying your superstitious facade.
Look here, ladies, it's like the stories of plague, of drought, of rough about. A smell so foul, oh can't you tell that our Kampong is cursed by an evil witch?
Oh, which? Somewhere? She told me this.
So see, the drought is not real. That's what I said. It's all the work of someone evil.
There must be more than this provincial life.
This crowd of people really can't survive.
Look, there she goes, that girl is strange but special, the most peculiar foreigner.
It's pity and a sin. She doesn't quite fit in. There's a reason why she's not like us. A reason why she's shunned by us. She's nothing like the rest of us. Melor.
Melor was a hungry young girl, a runaway from everywhere she'd ever been. She was no stranger to the world, no stranger to the wind.
Weather ain't the way it was before. Ain't no spring or fall at all anymore. You see the blazing hot or freezing cold, any way the wind blows.
And there ain't a thing that you can do when the weather takes a turn on you, except for hurry up and hit the road, any way the wind blows. Wind comes up,
Do you hear that sound?
wind comes up,
Move to another town. Ain't nobody gonna stick around
when the dark clouds roll, any way the wind blows.
I'm Tok Dalang. I lead this village.
Hi, how you doing?
I look over the people here.
Good afternoon.
As friendly as these villagers may seem, to strangers they are. Me.
People turn on you just like the wind. Everybody is a fair weather friend. In the end, you're better off alone. Anyway, the wind blows.
When your body aches and lay it down, when you're hungry and there ain't enough to go round, ain't no land to which you won't go, anyway the wind blows. Wind comes up,
And sometimes you think
wind comes up,
you would do anything just to fill your belly full of food. Find a bed that you could fall into, where the weather wouldn't follow you.
wherever you go, anyway the wind blows.
Now Budiman was from a powerful family. And you know how those kinds of boys are. Sometimes they abandon you. And poor Melor, she wore her heart out on her sleeve. You might say she was naive to the ways of the world. But he had way with words, and the rhythm and the rhyme. And he sang just like a bird up on the line. And I'm not just siding with Melor, but her parents are friends of mine. And I like to see her drive, not just living to survive. But things weren't that simple, you see. We people are never truly free. And sometimes people do the wrong thing.
Oh, Tok Dalang, apa kabar?
Kabar baik, Melor.
What brings you here, Tok?
I just want to ask you a few questions. Shall we take a seat? My apologies for disturbing you afternoon meal. I hope you understand. If I may inquire, what were you doing last night?
It's no bother, Tok. Last night I had retired early to read.
Right. Is it true that you have developed a close relationship with the son of Tuan Sulaiman?
I beg your pardon?
Melor, it has come to my attention that you two were seen entering the forest together late last night.
Oh, no, Tok. You misunderstand us. Let me
Your
explain
parents
myself.
raised you to be an honest girl, Melor. Please speak so.
Tok Dalang, Budiman and I are in love. I know it is immoral for an unmarried girl to be alone with a boy, but we were planning to announce our love soon. Well, at least I was.
Is it so? You love him?
Yes, Tok Dalang, as much as the dogged moon that loves the sun.
And yet, both are never destined to come together in the sky. Melor, I come to you bearing unfortunate news.
What is it? What has happened?
Budiman was found unconscious by the river this morning. We suspect that he was attacked last night.
What?
An eyewitness came forth reporting that Budiman was assaulted by a dark apparition near the edges of the forest. A victim of black magic, so to speak.
Black magic? That's impossible! Is Budi alright?
Thankfully, he is. He was found early and brought to my house. I am pleased to say that his condition has stabilized.
Thank God.
That is not the main reason for my visit, however. According to our eyewitness and some compelling evidence, we've managed to pinpoint a suspect.
What? Who?
Melor, you do understand it is my duty as Ketua Kampong to protect our people and our home.
Of course, Tok.
And when duty calls, I must shed my personal affinities for the greater good.
I don't quite understand.
I'm terribly sorry, Melor, but I'm afraid that you are our suspect.
You suspect that I cast black magic on Budi? That's impossible! Tok!
I trust that you will cooperate with us, Melor. But Budiman is no ordinary person in our village, and his family demands an answer.
This must be a misunderstanding, Tok Dalang. You have to trust me.
This matter is beyond my hands, Melor. God! Take it to God.
No! Let me go! Let me go! Please, let me go!
In your world, justice is a patient river. You may swim until it is proven to her that you deserve to be swallowed. But in ours, justice is wrathful. You are dragged down, under to drown, before you are even given the chance to float. Unless you somehow convince the river to halt her raging currents against you, you might just be able to take her breath.
What do you mean, Tuan Daus? My wife said he was found without breath. How can Tuan Sulaiman's son still be alive?
Don't be a fool, Pak Wan. The boy's heart is still beating, which means he's still alive. We are fortunate that nothing worse happened, you know. But what could he have done to summon the witch's wrath? I believe it was a result of his rejection of her love.
Her love? Ha! Did the witch honestly believe that the heir of the village's richest family would love a creature like her?
Well, she isn't very bright, but neither is the boy. I suppose the orchid and the son of the greediest man in this village have decided to finish each other off.
Well, that's what happens when you decide to follow the devil into his den. Thank you for updating us, Tuan Daus.
Hi, Puan Laila. You want some noodle?
Hey, God, God.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Are you sure? My wife is a great cook.
I'm sure she is.
You know something, Puan Moksu?
Of course I know. I'm very knowledgeable. I'm a trader, you see. In fact, the only female trader.
Just want to say, I'm a bit nervous.
Why, Pak Choi?
You know, I'm all but a simple man, and this is the first time they call me up to a trial. I'm not sure what to expect, eh?
I understand, but it's exciting, isn't it? My wife said it's like we're a part of something bigger than ourselves.
If you lot can't decide, just follow the crowd. It usually works. It's highly probable that she's guilty anyway.
Hey, I think you're right. The Sulaiman family may not be the most agreeable, but the boy, Good morning and salam sejahtera all. At present, we are gathered here as overseers over the fates of the one known as Melor. As the council of Kampong Sungai Padi, we are tasked to dictate justice upon evil. I pray that the decision made today is a decision that is fair and just. God! Bring her in! As per tradition, we may proceed in two ways. We may either discuss first and then put the accused guilt to a vote, or we may vote first to see how we stand.
Tok Dalang, I believe it would be in the council's best interest to first establish consensus. Let us vote now.
I agree. Let's vote first.
Here. I hear you, Sheriff. Are there any in the council who object to the sheriff's proposition? Very well. All those who presume the accused of guilt, please raise your hand. And those who presume the innocence of the accused, that's 4 for guilt and 1 against. Now,
Puan Laila, with all due respect, do you honestly believe that the accused is not guilty?
Yes, Tuan Daus.
Despite all the evidence we have mounted against her?
I've never seen someone more guilty in my life. What does guilt look like to you then? Is it written on her face? The evidence has not even been presented to the council. Or perhaps you just know something that we don't, Sheriff. I heard the girl is a sorceress and her mother was an outsider. God knows what voodoo she practices in a crack house.
I agree. My wife told me her father was a drunk and a gambler who brought shame to their family. Now, I don't know if that's true, but...
Exactly! It would be preposterous to presume
But then
that
my wife
she
said
is
she's
innocent.
Disgrace. People like this are bad luck. She's still in Florida. This is a disgrace. People like this are bad luck.
Silence! You are to be reminded of your position here today as gatekeepers of justice and order. Such uncivilized chaos is unacceptable. There are procedures to be followed and order shall be maintained. Is that clear? We shall now proceed to a preliminary discussion before we call upon our witness to discuss the evidence. One at a time, please.
If I may though, I am the doctor of this village, and I have long purchased medicinal herbs from Melor. And I am of the opinion that the act accused is not of her character.
Herbs merchant, a clear cover-up for a witch if I've ever seen one.
Counsel, if I may interrupt, I think we should avoid making judgment based on her background lah. Even if she's a witch.
Yeah, you're right. My wife's father moved here from the village down the river. Some of their women might be witches, but you know, not all immigrants are bad.
Well, if I may even dare mention, I have encountered Melor more often in this village than Tuan Daus.
Well, I have important trips to make elsewhere down the river on behalf of our village. You know, I am an upstanding citizen born and bred in Kampong Sungai Padi. That witches frequent presence in the village. That's not
And I shall put an end to this bickering. We shall now proceed to discussing our witness statement. Guards! Please bring in our witness. We will now hear testimony from Rama, who claims to have witnessed the events in question. Rama, you are here to tell us what you saw concerning the accusations against the accused. Speak the truth and nothing but the truth.
Oi, Rama, the crazy lady. She's no for theatrics lah. We'll be here for a while lah.
Good day, council and people of Kampong Sungai Padi. My name is Rama, and I stand before you here today to give an account of what I witnessed. Well, it happened to me kind of funny, like a dream. That's it, a dream.
Tell us, in your own words,
night I rode my old sampan from the village, and by some chance I had felt a burning rage, but not my own. 'Twas a feeling bestowed to me, almost like I was blessed with a prophecy. But I said to myself, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Voices all said, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Then the devil will drag you under, like those condemned sinners who couldn't float. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. I sailed downstream near the edge of the dark forest, and by some chance saw two figures on the shore, and there I stood, silent as a prowling tigress. Something felt amiss, it was unlike before. In my head, the alarms are rang, bells are rang. Children down my own spine, girls behind you, innocent cry. And the devil will drag you under, like the courage to choke your tight and throat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. As I watch one of the two raise their arms, a flash of light went and pierced the other's chest, and as he fell, and he hollered, "Someone save me!" His attacker flagged back to the forest. The Lord, but the voice said, sit down. Then I thought of karma, strike it right in the mind of my heart. And the devil will drag me under with a soul so heavy I never float. Sit down, you're rocking, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking, sit down, you're rocking the boat. Sit down, you're rocking the boat. And that was how I came to find the body of Tuan Sulaiman's son on the shore. She's definitely crazy.
I told you to be here for a while.
Well then, the council has heard Rama's statement. We are fortunate that the boy still lives. But is it still not clear enough that this witch has attempted to end an innocent life?
Let us not jump to conclusions, Tuan Daus. It will only be appropriate for the council to discuss first this witness statement. Certainly, we do not want to make a hasty decision. As I'm sure the sheriff can attest, ignorance is often the root of misfortune and injustice. Now, before we start our discussion, Rama, as our only witness of this trial, do you swear that the evidence you have given the council to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Well, yes.
Of course!
Indeed, Tok Dalang. In fact, The river speaks of no falsehood, nor do the eyes of an innocent child.
I'm not sure the latter half of her sentence is entirely true. For one, she certainly does not have the face or eyes of an innocent child.
Hey, one, the sentence is merely a phrase. Look, the eyes of a coherent person can clearly judge Norma as an adult, although her credibility is yet to be determined.
Has your wife not taught you that phrase, Pak Wan?
Attention, counsel. We will now continue to discussing our witness statement.
If I may begin, though. According to the account of our witness, a guilty figure was caught in the throes of assaulting an innocent citizen of Kampong Sungai Padi.
Eyes of innocent type. Eyes.
So I believe if the identity of the assailant is to be made certain, our accused here must surely be the one to blame. Do you concur, Rama?
Well, I suppose it is indeed possible. I hope so. Well, but...
Aha! Eyes. Apologies, counsel, but I've just had a revelation. If I may interrupt, and as I remember correctly, my wife once said that the witness is known for wearing glasses. Very odd and peculiarly shaped glasses for an old lady. That's what my wife remembers her for.
All right. I am on the same page as your wife, Pak Wan. I have also encountered the witness for, I say, an unsuccessful trader. And indeed, she did wear those very unconventional glasses. Not that I want to judge a woman's attire, but...
Hey, guys, look! And our witness here, she's not wearing their glasses at this very important moment. What is there to say that she's not wearing it either on that unfortunate day?
Well, without her glasses, my wife is undeniably a dire woman.
No.
What a preposterous argument! The glasses may indeed not be with the witness at this particular moment, but she may well have been wearing them on that day. You know how women get with forgetting things, lah. What is there to say she wasn't?
Well, there is only one way to find out.
Again, I remind you and everyone involved in this council to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Remember, we are responsible for bringing the truth to light. Any act of deception or dishonesty will not be taken lightly. You hear me? For that reason, witness, did you wear your glasses on that unfortunate day?
Tok, I don't remember, Tok.
What? What do you mean you don't remember?
I swear! I'm telling you the truth! But I really just don't...
No way! She's not in the right mind! Like I said, crazy! If you just get the most simplest information as that, like forgetting to put on your own shoes!
Simply, she's not really questioning, okay?
I missed that
Crazy! If you get the most simplest information as that,
Enough! As we now have encountered ineffectual facts from the witness statement, there are still procedures to be followed and maintained. With our presently unexpected situation, we will end this witness discussion sooner than expected. But before that, is there anyone with other views to present?
Well, keeping my views brief and direct, I believe that the jury's role in the council is to bring the truth to light. And that being said, Melor has been brought here for the accusation of performing black magic on the victim. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
And yet, the witness stated that she had seen a figure trying to pierce the victim. That is inconsistent with what the council has first heard.
I wouldn't say it was entirely inconsistent. My wife said some witches shy away from performing this graceful act directly to the body. I believe they use spells or rituals. Yeah, rituals.
Right. Well then, Council, without proof of such a spell or ritual, would it not then be a grave injustice to accuse Melor of a witch's attack? To pierce him, someone must have assaulted him with a weapon. I repeat, a murder weapon, not with an act of black magic.
If I may even dare interrupt, jurors, is it not suspicious that Puan Laila here has been on the witch's side from the beginning? Or dare I say, almost as if she had had in all this.
Excuse me, Tuan Daus? Well, it is well known in the village that Puan Laila is a close acquaintance of the witch, is it not?
What? Puan Laila, since when?
No,
So I must remember, they both Silence! I rather we spend our time seeking ways to solve the drought that plagues our soil than waste hours and hours on this disgracefully tilted discussion. Remember, the day the birds decides to swim and the fish decides to fly is the day we lose all reason. We must stay focused. We will continue to discussing our next evidence before the sun's descent. Okay, guys. Good. My wife did this. It's really good. If it's not Melor, then who will possibly do that to Budiman, right? Bless his soul. I cannot believe he's still alive.
Well, I doubt anyone has a more convincing ground to assault Budiman. Melor is responsible for that.
Council, it appears we may have an unexpected development at hand. Tuan Daus?
Council, I am pleased to share that my police force has successfully located a crucial piece of evidence. Puan Laila here previously argued for the witch's innocence on the presumption of a lack of evidence for such black magic. But we may clearly dispute this now, for we have discovered this outside the witch's compound. A voodoo doll!
That is not possible.
Attention, Council! It appears we may have amassed a new piece of evidence. A voodoo doll! A doll known far and wide use to harm a specific victim. Now,
What is more deranged is that the herbs used in the voodoo doll stuffing here are recognizable. Daun kaduk, bunga kantang, pandan leaves. Council and my beloved people of Kampong Sungai Padi, these herbs are none other than those of my Melor.
Melor is a witch roaming free in our village.
No!
order! Melor, the council now expects you to explain yourself upon this voodoo doll.
Oh, what? A voodoo doll? I have nothing to explain, Tok. I have absolutely no idea as to what that thing even is.
What lies! The herbs found inside are yours to begin with. You are a witch master, the herbs merchant.
No,
Answer us, witch!
Who's fearful, who's deep, who's dark, you may lose the path that may feel fear. You can't just act You have to listen. You can't just act, you have to think. There are always lies, there are always scars, there are always sense. Into the woods you go again, that's how you prove you're innocent. Into the woods to remember how you were just a lover. Into the woods but not too fast, or what you wish you lose and lost.
Into the woods to hunt your prey. Into the woods to find a meaning.
Into the woods but not stray.
Or temperament to lose your bounty.
The way is dark, the light is dim, and it was you alone with him. The chances look small,
The choices are wide.
the villagers are gathered. I'm sure if we're on your side.
The light is getting dimmer.
I think I see a glimmer.
Into the woods you have to go, but that's the way you learn to go.
Into the woods to find there's hope of getting through this journey.
Into the woods each time you go, there's more to learn of what you know.
Into the woods, but not to slow. Into the woods, it's lyric midnight. Into the woods, to cure good deeds, to cure the sick, to feed the poor, to sell, to heal, to drink, to come. For the good of this village and we go.
Into the woods, into the woods, into the woods and out of the woods. The truth will be revealed soon.
I wish. I wish for Budiman to be here. I swear on the currents of this river and the life that it brings, he will soon awake and unravel all your wretched lies and accusations thrown at an innocent life.
The witch dreams. You will answer for the crimes you have committed.
Agreed. We will not let such an injustice go unpunished.
Injustice? When Budiman wakes from his slumber, he will bring to light the injustice that I have suffered at your hands. For I am not a witch. You people value me when I bring you herbs that heal you and nourish your bodies, but deny me and shun me when I am no longer useful for you. You do not consider me to be one of you. So I am no more than just a vessel to do your bidding.
My wife would never buy herbs from you, even witch.
Me neither.
The shame you bring to the good men of our village.
It is now known that Melor is a witch using a voodoo doll to harm an innocent man. Using black magic. It's a miracle Budiman still lives.
No, that is a lie.
I object. Melor would not dare to kill a man. She would not hurt a fly even. How would you know that, Puan Laila? Are you also a witch?
Hey, I Pak Choi also swore to never hurt a fly, okay?
I think Malaya.
I have had enough of today's discussion. You carelessly plant seeds in soil that do not bear fruit. We have lost the plot. I am dismissing today's council now, in hope that we'll all return tomorrow with the real understanding of the grave situation we have before us.
Hey, did you hear? That the herb girl's a witch?
I'm not surprised. It's always the young, unmarried, promiscuous women that seduce our men. I bet you 6 eggs, she just wanted poor Budiman's money.
We have to protect our sons from these evil spirits.
I agree, especially from that witch right there. I agree. May God bless Kampong Sungai Padi from that wretched evil.
The wind is changing. There's a storm coming on.
Rain comes down.
Somebody listen to me.
Rain comes down.
Someone please listen to me.
Melor against the wall,
Where are you, Budiman?
looking for a way out the road.
Budiman,
Young girl caged by destiny
come help me.
under a gathering
Stop.
Tell me about it. I can't believe we welcome a witch into our village. You know, I could barely sleep last night thinking about my family's fate.
Selamat pagi, ladies. Come. Pak Choi, got good stuff today. Come. And let's see. I got kangkong, broccoli, and pak. All I harvested this morning. Very fresh. Eat more veggie. Come.
Yes. Selamat pagi, Pak Choi. You know me, Pak Kao, I'm not one to gossip, okay? But you must have heard something about the witch. Is it true that she used a voodoo doll to try harm Tuan Sulaiman's son?
What? I'm not too sure what to say about that. I think the council will discuss further.
Well, indeed, the council has yet to discuss the witch's fate, but it seems that word has spread by a source close to someone on the council, I presume.
Hey, watch yourself, yeah? Don't you dare accuse my wife of spreading the news. She would never do anything like that.
There she, the witch. She is the reason why rain has not come. Our harvest has suffered because of her.
Betul.
Yeah.
Get away from me!
What about you? My crops have not grown and my family is hungry. And what does this witch do? She comes to our village and bring us nothing but bad luck.
We already have enough problem in our village. We no need for more witches to add on to them. Leave.
Back to where you came from.
Stop! This is unacceptable! Any actions that may harm a villager will be dealt with by the law.
A villager, Puan Laila. You consider this immigrant? One of us?
Don't overstep your role, Puan Laila. You are nothing but just a doctor. That's a woman after all.
Now, what is all this fuss about?
It's about your failure to maintain civil order in this village, Tuan Daus. The council has yet to decide the fate of this poor girl, yet the people terrorize and ridicule her.
Well, if she's not guilty, let her stand and defend herself now. Yeah, why is she so quiet if she's not guilty? She clearly has something to hide.
Clearly, she is nothing but a dirty, foreign, promiscuous...
I am not a witch! I would never do that to the man that I love. But what would you people know besides fear and hatred anyways?
Man you love? You guys hear that? I didn't know a witch knew how to love. You know, Melor, as a woman, you should really take a man's advice on this. Talk less, smile more.
We're not safe until she's dead. She comes stalking us at night. Set to sacrifice our children to her monstrous appetite.
She'll wreak havoc on our village if we let her run free.
So it's time to take some action now. Time to follow me.
To the beach, to the woods, to the darkness and the shadows. It's a nightmare and she has no place to hide.
Say a prayer and she's there at the corner of an alley. And there's something truly terrible inside.
She's a witch, she's a foul, very bad one. Rage and the killer right in the chest. Hear her curse, see her roam, but we're not coming home till she's gone.
Yeah!
Good and gone.
Yeah! It's foul witch!
Puan Laila, please help me. I am not a witch, and I am telling the truth.
I trust you more. Oh no! We'll find a way through this together.
You are my only hope, Puan Laila.
Stop this nonsense! Expel the witch!
Villagers! Lock your house, close your doors, devour it, protect our home. We must not let her go the way.
Call it war, call it threats. You can bet they all will follow. For in times like this, you'll do this as we say.
There's a threat running wild, there's no question. But our fears are our curses.
forth, tally ho, grab your sword, grab your bow, praise the Lord and here we go. We don't like what we don't understand, in fact it scares us, and this pitch is so mysterious and ease. Bring your guns, bring your knives, take your children and your wives to save our village and our lives. Expel the witch! Crowding trains, stand up high, we go marching into battle, unafraid of the dangers, dressed in green. Raise a flag, sing a song, here we come, we're 50 strong, and 50 minutes heavy roll. Expel the witch, kill the witch, kill the witch.
Puan Laila, mother, father, prayer, please, someone. I don't know if you can hear, or if you're even there. I don't know if you would listen to an immigrant's prayer. Yes, I know I'm just an outcast. I shouldn't speak to you. Still, I hear your words and wonder, would you help me God help the outcast, hungry from birth. Show them the mercy they don't find on earth. God help the innocent, we look to you still. God help the outcast, nobody will. Whoever's listening, I trust that you hear my praise. I was made a scapegoat of this heinous crime. Please, please let my love Budiman live and let him tell the villagers the truth of what has happened. I have nowhere else to turn. Please, I beg of you.
Attention all! Budiman has passed away! The son of Sulaiman has passed away!
I ask for nothing. I can get by, but I know so many less lucky than I. God help the innocent, the ones they oppress. I thought we all were the children of God. God help the outcast, children of
Hello, 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 everybody! How are we feeling tonight? How are we feeling about DUSTA tonight? DUSTA, 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 DUSTA! Thank you, everyone!
Hello everyone, welcome to Kampong Sungai Padi. We hope you've enjoyed the show so far. My name is Mira. I'm one of MSNight's publicity hits.
And my name is Arison. I'm one of the dancers, and you may have noticed me as a guard. And we are your MCs for tonight.
First of all, We would like to thank you all for coming here, traveling far and wide, and spending your money to see the show with us today. And we would also like to thank you for selling out the show.
Thank you, everyone. Also, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. DUSTA is very fortunate to have 4 sponsors today. First being Yos. You may have noticed that you received the goodie bag when you arrived here. The juice boxes were very graciously sponsored by Yos. Thank you very much, Yos. And secondly, we also have the Singapore Global Network. Thank you very much.
We would also like to thank Malaysia as our sponsor, as well as Gongcha. And if you didn't know this already, if you show your MSNight ticket to Gongcha, you can get a free upsize. So this promotion only applies on the 24th and 26th of February and only in the Bristol branch. So if you're not from Bristol, you should use this promotion while it lasts tomorrow.
Also, do we have any Burgambira fans over here? If you order the burger, you can pick it up outside after the show ends, outside of 15:32, and last pickup is at 10:30. So there'll be a car, you'll be able to pick it up there. And
if you ordered flowers from MSSA, please pick it up after the show ends. Okay, so before we start Act 2, be sure to silence your phones and switch off your flash to avoid disrupting the actors while they're performing. Again, thank you for coming. Sit back, relax, and enjoy Act 2 of DUSTA.
Act 2, let's go! Thank you, everyone.
Girl, you just moved into the village, right? This is the girl I was telling you all about. She just moved into the empty hut near the forest. Her name is... Melor. Of course I knew that. Her name is Melor.
What is that in your basket? Well, I just harvested a fresh batch of habatus sauda and ginseng this morning. They're herbs that help with improving your immune system. Would you care to give some a try, perhaps?
What a brilliant, bright, well-educated woman you are, Melor. I would love to try some, please. For my poor, sweet husband.
Well, that's very lovely. I am most grateful for your kind patronage.
Wait, shh! Anak Sulaiman's coming!
Anak Sulaiman?
Huh? You don't know? The Sulaiman family is just about the wealthiest family in all of Kampong Sungai Padi. In fact, they own the land that we farm on.
And that's how they managed to feed off us without having to lift a single finger.
Well, I'll tell you who's let feed off of me.
Hey, you know me, Macau, I'm not one to gossip, okay? But there are rumors that they intend to impose a harvest tax on us. Huh. Can you believe it?
Yeah, one can never be too sure.
Well, what one can be sure of is that the heir to all the efforts of our labor graces us with his presence today.
Well, why don't you go say hi?
Good morning, Tuan. Permit me to introduce myself. Melor is the name given, and I have just arrived here from another village. Here is a freshly harvested batch of...
Watch out!
Melor, that is a very beautiful name. My name is Budiman, but you can call me Budi for short.
Moment lasts forever. Unforgettable story never die. It is love we must hold on to. Never easy, but we try. Sometimes our happiness is captured. Somehow our time and place stand still. Love lives on inside our hearts and always will. Minutes turn to hours, days to years, then gone. When all else has been forgotten, still our song lives on. Maybe some moments weren't so perfect, maybe some memories not so sweet, but we have to know some bad times or our lives are incomplete. Then when the shadows overtake us, just when we feel our hope is gone, we'll hear a song and know once more our love lives on.
I find myself wondering,
What is it, Saya?
will I ever get the chance to live by your side openly, free from the burden of those who watch us?
I vow with all my heart that you shall experience such wonders alongside me. I give you my word.
I shall hold it to my heart.
How does a moment last forever? How does our happiness endure through the darkest of our troubles? Love is beauty, love is pure. Love pays no mind to desolation. It flows like a river through the soul, protects, persists, and perseveres, and makes us whole. Minutes turn to hours, to years, then gone. When all else has been forgotten, still our song lives on. How does a moment last forever when our song lives on?
Oh, Budi, how I wish this moment would never end.
It already has, Saya.
What?
Melor, promise me you'll prove them wrong. Prove to them that you're not the witch they say you are.
Wait, Budi, Sayang, what?
Because you couldn't have killed me, right? You swore you loved me. You swore you wouldn't tell anyone our secret.
Stop, Budi! You're hurting me. It wasn't me. I swear I didn't tell anyone. Budi, listen to me. Itu semua dusta, Budi.
You witch! How dare you tell lies? How dare you bring shame to my good name? You don't deserve love. You don't deserve kindness. You are nothing but a dirty foreign.
Puan Laila, I see you remain ignorantly naive.
Or perhaps you just see something that we don't, Tuan Daus. Perhaps the truth has been out in the open for all to see.
The only thing your eyes are blind to is the truth.
Oh yeah, Tuan Daus? My eyes may be blind, but my conscience is clear. What about you, my dear Sheriff? Is your conscience clear?
Pop!
Sit.
Squish.
So,
Sulaiman.
Pop! And now, the 6 aunties and uncles of Kampong Sungai Padi present their rendition of the cell, the block, tango.
Sulaiman.
Pop! 6.
Squish.
Third.
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 Sulaiman.
He had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same. Pop! 6.
Third.
Sulaiman.
Pop! 6.
Squish.
Sulaiman. You know how people have these little habits that get you down sometimes? Like perhaps me or, well, I consider myself to be a bit of a journalist lah. No, not journalist, a paparazzi. A pop! So one day I come home and I'm really excited just because I heard some really scandalous news of Sulaiman's night out. But then there's Sulaiman standing at my door. He says to me, "You keep nosing and bumping around one more time, I'll take your husband's job and make sure you never eat another day in your life." Huh? And at that moment, I wished his son was dead.
He had it coming, he had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have heard it, I bet you would have done the same.
I met Sulaiman when I first moved to the Kampong about 2 years ago, and he told me he was single, and we hit it off right away. So we started seeing each other. He'd go to work, he'd come over, I'd fix him a drink, we'd have dinner. And then I found out, single, he told me. Single my ass! Not only was he married, oh no, he had 6 other girlfriends. And his wife was pregnant, you know? So the night he broke it off with me and his 6 other girlfriends, his wife was giving birth. You know, some men just can't hold it in their pants.
He had it coming, he had it coming. He took a flower in its prime, and then he used it, and he abused it. It was a murder, but not a crime.
So there I was, standing in the village square, minding my own business, when in storms that brat Budiman, laughing at me. He said, "Your face is so ugly. Kids cry when they see you," he says. Huh, he was crazy. But then, the babies all around me, they start crying. That was the most humiliating of my life. I almost wish I was dead.
If you'd have been there, if you'd have seen it, I bet you would have done the same.
哎呀，我跟你们讲，我是个钢工，唯一一个铁匠。我10年前有个工厂，可是莫名其妙烟把我烧掉。哇！着火那一瞬间，我好像看那个小孩的身影跑掉。我们全港崩人都懂哦，死小孩不理吗？喜欢玩烟火。
Yeah, but did he do it?
Who else?
He had it coming.
I'm the Kampong's only baker and I make it. Everyone loves my cooking. So it was only appropriate that Sulaiman's asked me to cater for their son's birthday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, Muka, lapis. Only one right after the other. So the day of the party, I'm down at home. Just me working on some final touches, but I was out of sugar. So I go on to get some. I come back, open the door, and there's Sulaiman telling me he hated the queens. And he wasn't paying me for it. Well, I was in such a state of shock. I completely blacked out. I can't remember a thing. It wasn't until later, when my wife woke me up from the floor, I knew Your family were bastards!
They had it coming. 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 They had it coming all along.
I didn't do it.
He didn't do it.
But if I done
But
it,
if he done it,
could you tell me that I was wrong?
they had it coming. They had it coming.
They had it coming.
They had it coming.
They had it coming.
They took a vow alone. I didn't do it. But if I done it, how could you tell me that I was wrong?
I love his lemons. More than I could possibly say. I was a real fan of him, you know, his wife and their son. But underneath all that reputation was something rotten to the core. And on the way I realized, sometimes it's better never to meet your heroes. I guess you could say I woke up because of artistic differences. They saw themselves as great, but I saw them scum!
The dirty bomb, 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 the dirty bomb, 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 bomb.
They had it coming.
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 They had it coming all along.
Cause if they used us,
Cause if they used us,
and they abused
and
us,
they abused
how
us,
could you tell us that we were wrong? They had it
we
coming.
had it coming.
They had it
We
coming.
had it coming. If you had seen it,
If you had seen it, I bet that you would have done the same. Please don't, because nobody won it.
Six.
Squish. Ah.
So good.
Lemons?
Salam sejahtera all. Here we are again as the Council of Kampong Sungai Padi, entrusted with bringing a finished justice to light. The path to which will never be an easy one, as we are deeply shaken by the tragic, unfortunate news that Budiman has sadly passed away. With this, the Sulaiman family has pressed us to seek out the culprit behind their heirs' untimely death. Council, though the voice of the fallen is silenced, the wheels of justice must turn. And it is our duty to unearth the truth, come what may. Tension! To begin with, I believe it is only for the council to vote once again to discern where we stand. Those who believe the accused of this trial, Melor, are guilty, please raise your hand.
Puan Laila, this is not the time to be unreasonable. Budiman is dead. How many more innocent souls do we have to sacrifice for you to see it?
I have every right to form my own opinion and judgment, Tuan Daus. And on this matter, I stand firm in my belief that Melor is not guilty.
Remind the council, Puan Laila, why you say you stand so firmly for this foreigner.
Perhaps, if you are afraid, perhaps the fall of the witch will unveil the wicked plot you have conspired together. What a perfect pair you make. An immigrant and the village traitor.
That is an accusation that you make bravely, Sheriff. Perhaps even one of slander. Your proof of her wickedness hinges on shaky grounds, Tuan Daus. Are we to rely on the words of that awkward and suspicious hermit? Hey! Her words are in direct contradiction from what we've heard. And as for that so-called voodoo doll, are you certain it wasn't planted as part of the conspiracy? Those herbs are common herbs, easily found in the forest. Anyone, even you,
like that? Are you abusing my wife? She's so
I stand before this court as the accused, attempting to be heard, yet you continue to disregard me.
We do not have all day to wait for your defense.
The devil is precise with his work. Speak now or remain silent. Which?
Esteemed counsel, time and time again, you have enunciated the essence of the justice which you claim to uphold. But it is not justice if you deny me my voice. 100 suspicions will not make proof. Therefore, with the leave of Tok Dalang, I stand before you now to uncover the concealed. Counsel, the pattern of the witness's kind matches that of the voodoo doll, the very one accused of being mine. See for yourselves.
No! I knew there was something suspicious about that hermit. Oh, let me see.
Oh man, I need to tell my wife this.
No, this should not be allowed.
Counsel, I only speak the truth, and you have witnessed it with your own eyes. Is it not strange that the patch on the voodoo doll matches her kind? It is identical.
No, wait. I can't explain. I cannot breathe. I need some air, please. It is indeed identical. As though it was stitched onto the doll without even realizing it. Look, there's even a hole right here in the kain.
Counsel, enough! Please return to your seats and show some respect.
Tu, lubang tu.
Rama, let there be no more missing pieces to the truth. Reveal all that you know and you shall fare well. Remember, you have sworn to speak the truth and the truth only. Leave no stone unturned.
No! Wait! Esteemed Tok Dalang and counsel, I swear I wasn't trying to lie. I know I promised I wouldn't lie. But you have to understand my circumstances. You have to. I was approached by someone coerced. I was coerced into doing this. You see, I was just fixing my sampan one day by the river. Nothing suspicious. I swear. I was just really trying to fix my boat when I felt someone creep up to me from the back end. Who are you? What do you want?
The figure spoke to me, but I couldn't tell who the person behind the mask was.
You want to what?
Eliminate Budiman? Why would I do that? They wanted me to eliminate Budiman.
I might be a little crazy, but I'm not that crazy.
To risk the wrath of the Kampong's richest family?
Hell no!
You want to what? You want to kill him?
In front of my house?
No, absolutely not. I am absolutely not personable. Okay, easy, buddy. I know you know where I live, but there's no need for violence. You see, I personally don't believe in violence. Maybe we could have considered that sending Tok Dalang an open letter of protest first, or maybe even organize a farmer's strike. Okay, I'll do it. But not only because you're about to slit my throat, but I also believe in returning the means of land and production to the proletarian. On one condition. Don't let them capture me, please. I'd rather die than be in prison.
Right. Was that the whole truth?
Well, for the most part.
Huh? Again? What do you mean for the most part? You swore to tell the truth, and the whole truth only.
Well, I may have disregarded a few key details.
Enough nonsense, Rama! Who was the killer and who set you up for this? Was it Melor?
I really don't know, though. But whoever they are powerful.
Tok, Rama here does not seem to be cooperating. I suggest we remove her as a witness from the trial to avoid further obstruction to
I
justice.
disagree, Tok Dalang. Rama is purposely hiding the truth from us. We should detain her for further questioning. I second that. It's only logical that we apprehend her.
Oh, I agree with everyone, but I think we should ensure the safety of our witness. Whoever is stopping her from disclosing the truth must be influential. No lah, Pak Choi. A bit worried for her safety beyond the confines of this court.
I agree, Pak Choi. Not to worry, Rama. I can always ask my wife to make you some kari ayam if you go to prison. I think that should cheer you up.
I'm in agreement with the council. God! Put her in holding.
What? Wait, this was not part of the deal? No, I was promised! No! Send me! No! Send me! No! Send me! No! 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 Send me!
Council, it's been a long day. I think it's time for us to commence our well-deserved break. But after the break, we must come to a decision. We've wasted enough time.
Tok Dalang, I understand this may be contrary to common procedure, but I wish to take leave with Melor, just outside of the building by the forest, because if she is to be convicted, there are some things that I wish to say to her by the peace of the forest.
Puan Laila, you have fought valiantly for Melor's absolution. With that, I commend you. You may take leave with Melor, but only for a brief moment.
Thank you, Tok Dalang.
Puan Laila, I just want to thank you for standing up for me.
It is nothing more. We look out for each other in this village, and you are one of us after all.
I don't understand, Puan Laila. Someone is definitely framing me. I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
Well, the people in our kampong are simple people, Melor. When they're faced with a question that they don't know the answers to, they look for the person with the loudest voice and the simplest solution. Because living is so much easier with your eyes closed.
I don't quite understand.
You are the answer, Melor. Killing you will solve all of their problems. The drought, the work of the witch, the murder of Budiman, the work of a wronged lover. Implicating you makes the sheriff's job a whole lot easier. And they've been looking for a scapegoat and swift justice.
Then what am I supposed to do?
You have to run more.
Puan Laila, surely that's not the best way to do this. You've told me this far. Can't you just help me prove myself?
But I'm just one person more. I can't.
No.
Just look at me. I'm limited, and just look at you. You can't do all I couldn't do. Melor. Now it's up to you for both of us. Now it's up to you.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. And who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
And well, maybe that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend. Like a ship blown from its moorings by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by skybird in a distant wood. And who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you,
because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done they blame me for.
and then I guess we know there's blame to share.
And none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet broke from its passes the sun,
Wind off the
like a
sea,
stream that meets the
like a seed dropped by bird in the wood. And who can say
No, I'm not running away. Look, this is where Rama saw Budi get stabbed. If I run away, the true culprit will roam free, and I will be a tainted woman until the end of my days. Where is the justice in that? Puan Laila, I speak my own sins, for I have no tongue to speak of others. But if I run away, the crimes of Kampong Sungai Padi will never be forgiven. Oh, I'm sorry. I must have tripped on this thing. I don't know what it was, but it looks like a... Hold on. Is that what I think it is? We have to get back to the courtroom, Melor. Right now.
Ah, hello, Pak. Come on, sir. Did you hear the news about the murdered boy's own father?
No.
You know Sulaiman?
Yeah?
He renounced his tax plan to farm a livelihoods are secure.
Sure.
And all he had to do was die.
Yeah, that's the witch's work.
We are the 10 that he's fine, huh?
Now how they gonna get their death pen crossed?
I guess they're gonna finally have to listen to Daus.
Really?
Talk less, smile more. Do whatever it takes to get his plans on the courtroom floor.
Now Tuan Daus and the jury are all merciless.
Well, hate the sin, love the sinner.
What man?
I'm sorry, bro, I gotta go, but decisions are happening after dinner.
6 Malaysian immigrants walk into a room, diametrically opposed. They emerge after sunset, having opened doors that were previously closed.
The immigrant emerges with unprecedented shame and disgust by a system that can shun ever at once.
The Malays emerge with a verdict credible, and he has to pierce the resistance. Where it happens, where it happens, where it happens. No one else is in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, where it happens. No one really knows how the game is played, the heart is portrayed, how the sausage gets made. We just assume that it happens, but no one else was in the room where it happens. Here's what plays.
My son was on Dalang's doorstep one day in distress and disarray.
Here's what plays.
Sulaiman said I've nowhere else to run and basically begged to negotiate.
Here's what plays.
Approached Tok Dalang and said, I know they hate me, but please hear what I have to say.
Here's what plays.
Well, he arranged the meeting, he arranged the menu, the venue, the seating. But no one else is in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens.
No one else is in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens.
No one really knows how the
Parties get to yes,
the pieces that are sacrificed.
every game of chess. We just assume that it happens, but no one else is in the room where it happens. Meanwhile,
He's grappling with the fact that not every issue can be settled by the jury.
meanwhile,
Council is fighting over murder with the convicted.
whoa!
It isn't pretty. The Tok Dalang approaches with a question of foresight, and Tuan Daus responds with Malayan insight.
Solve one problem with another,
And win the victory for the villagers in other words.
oh ho!
A quid pro quo.
I suppose.
Wouldn't you like this case to finish quicker for us?
Actually, I would.
Well, I propose that she's guilty.
And you provide the vote?
Well, we'll see how it goes.
I don't.
No.
What else is in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. No one else is in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens.
My God and God we trust, but we never really know what God discussed. Click, boom, that it happened. No one else is in the room where it happened.
Hello, you're a wicked witch.
What did they say to you to get you to send an assassin down the river?
Hello, you're a wicked witch.
Villagers know about the dinner was the accidental rush to deliver.
Hello, you're a wicked witch.
Or did she
cards say you got higher grounds.
You got more than you gave.
And I wonder what I got. When you got skin in the game, you stay in the game. But you don't get a win unless you play in the game. Oh, you get love for it, you get hate for it, you get nothing if you wait for it, wait for it, wait! God, heaven forgive me. I wanna build something that's gonna outlive me. What do you want, Melor? What do you want, Melor? What do you want, Melor? What do you want, Melor?
I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens, the room where it happens. I wanna be in the room where it happens, the room where it happens. Oh, I wanna be it, I wanna be it. I've got to be, I've got to be in the room where it happens. That big world, the art of the compromise. Close your nose and close your eyes. Now we used to save the day. We don't get seen what they trade away. We dream of a brand new start, but we dream in the dark for the most part. Dark is a tomb where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I've got to be in the room where it happens. I gotta be where it happens.
Salam sejahtera all. This trial has taken almost too long of our time, and all of us would like this matter to resolve as quickly as possible.
Let's hope he finally comes to his senses and see the girl for the witch she is.
To settle my mind on this matter, I would like to ask the council to vote for one final time. Those who believe Melor is guilty, please raise your hand.
Okay, what is the matter with you? Raise your hand.
It doesn't matter, Pan Bongsu. We already have majority.
Pak Choi, are you abstaining your vote?
Yeah, I am.
Very well. On the basis of all findings of this present trial, the council concludes that the accused of this trial, Melor, daughter of a foreign land, is individually responsible for murdering Budiman. For his denial of her love, she has committed the unthinkable crime of depriving an innocent man's life through voodoo practices. With that, her action shall not be taken lightly by Kampong Sungai Padi.
Finally. Good job. A good news for our kampong.
Congrats, Tom.
Yeah, you tell your wife this already later. Puan Laila, it seems that your support for Melor all this while has been all but useful. Now, it is without a doubt that Melor is a witch. No, a murderous witch.
Maybe we also ought to put you on trial, Puan Laila. No one mourns the wicked unless they are wicked themselves. For all we know, you might also be a witch.
My wife told me that witches can be very persuasive and alluring. Puan Laila, I think you might have been under her spell all this time.
Consequently, in the circumstances of the case, and taking into consideration the nature and gravity of the crime, the council sentences Melor to hukuman salam. which is to be carried out at the strike of noon tomorrow by the courage of our one and very own sheriff, Tuan Daus.
Shall I kill her now?
This decision is final for centuries within the tradition of our Kampong Sungai Padi. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, a life for a life. But before I end this council once and for all, is there anyone who wants to speak?
Council, and esteemed Tok Dalang, you all know I'm just a simple farmer. There are a lot of things I don't understand. The intricacies of the law, the yield of justice, the ways in which the world runs beyond Kampong Sungai Padi. But there are some things I do know. Like the peace and quiet before the world wakes. The contours of the soil, bearing the food that we feed from. And the rain that's gonna wash away our sins after the drought. I believe in simple things of the world, like the goodness of people.
Pak Choi.
It's okay, Ma. As I see it, Melor, she has been under the struggle of forces way greater than her, and we won her down after accusations, after accusations, and after accusations. She had not once been given the chance to prove her innocence. Don't you see that? I'm Pak Choi. I believe in humanity's inherent goodness, but my time with the council has shown that rather, evil is assumed to be the default. Therefore, council, please take my abstainment as an indication of my dissatisfaction with the result of this trial.
Dalang, please, after you've made your decision, let Melor speak for her own innocence.
No, this should not.
Thank you, Tok Dalang and Pak Choi. I may already be a dead woman in the eyes of the law, but I would just like to ask Tuan Daus a few questions that the court might find relevant in this trial.
So this should not be.
Tuan Daus, you are a man of this village's pride. Appease me once and answer her, for the sake of a woman steps away from death.
Tuan Daus, I find it ironic that you call me a witch, considering it is you who has been behind this murder all along.
Melor, are you accusing Tuan Daus, a well-respected and beloved sheriff of our town, of murder?
I am not merely accusing him, Tok Dalang. I have evidence that he is the murderer.
This is sedition. Tok Dalang, this is not against tradition.
With all due respect, Tuan Daus, please return to your seat and let me finish. Now, Tuan Daus, may I ask you where you were on the night of Budiman's murder?
I don't need to answer your question, you witch.
Yes, of course you don't have to. Because I actually know where you were that night. You were the one who discovered Budiman, were you not, Sheriff?
Of course I was. I do night rounds to ensure the village's safety. And I just so happened to chance upon Budiman's body then. How would you know that if not for your witch practices?
Yes, Tuan Daus. And the whole village is indebted to you for that, aren't we, Sheriff? Now, I have just realized that your charis is missing from its sarong.
It's missing, guys.
Should we be worried that you do not have your charis to fight any Alleged witches that might hunt our village, Sheriff? My apologies, Tuan, but it is most unusual to be carrying an empty sarong. Did you think that people would never notice that your cuirass is missing?
I left my cuirass at home because I have no need to bring a cuirass to court. Are you trying to prove me wrong? Are you planning to kill more people today, you witch?
Tuan Daus, how can you leave your cuirass at home when I have discovered your cuirass? Bloody by the river where Budiman was killed. This particular cuirass has been inherited from generations of village sheriffs. No one else in this courtroom, nay this whole village, could have had a cuirass designed like this. Right, Tuan Daus?
Anybody could have imitated the cuirass design as long as they have the skills of a witch!
Of a witch? First, they collect herbs. Now witches also make curries.
And you could have stolen my cuirass and I wouldn't have realized it. The blood could have been anyone's for that matter. How dare you attempt to smear my good name? I am the sheriff, for God's sakes. I could have never done something as cruel and inhumane as murder.
Tuan Daus, calm down. The truth must come out now. Speak now and do not twist your words. For the sake of this village, we deserve honesty.
I don't have anything to say. You rather believe a foreigner's word over mine? A respected sheriff of the village?
I am no witch, Tuan Daus, and you know that!
You are nothing but an outsider!
Tuan Daus, my patience is running thin. Do not test me further. Speak now, or you will be deemed to be acting in contempt of the council.
I preserve my right to be innocent unless proven guilty.
What? You hypocrite!
That's it! I have had enough of this! This council has descended into a bed of lies and blame! We have lost all integrity, and I have lost my mind! Who here will deliver justice?
Me! Me! It's all become clear now. I don't care anymore. He did it. He did it. Tuan Daus killed Budiman.
Rama, please calm down and gather your words.
Tuan Daus killed Budiman. There, I said it. I lied when I said I didn't know who he was, but he threatened to kill me if I ever told anyone. Rama, are you telling the whole truth right now? Yes, I swear on my cat. No, on my sampan's life. Tuan Daus said that nobody would ever believe the words of a mad woman over her shares. But you have to believe me, Tok. You have to.
But why should we believe you now when you've only told lies before this?
I was alone in the dark, in the dungeon, and something inside me sparked. This newfound courage I didn't know I had. It was like an angel had touched me. I figured, if he could take one life so easily, what's to stop him from taking any more? That man is a risk to this village. He will not stop for anyone.
You put Melor through all of this misery, and now you don't have anything to say?
Are you really being quiet now, Sheriff? After everything and everything you've done to his poor girl!
I did it!
What did you just say?
I did it. I confess. I pierced Budiman's chest with my curse. But why are we mourning him? He's dead, and he deserves to be dead. For generations now, the Sulaiman family has been wringing us dry. Every day, the men in your family break their backs toiling the ground in the hard sun, while these people sit back in the shade, enjoying the fruits of our labor. For every pound they earn, we earn pennies. How is this fair? Why should they be allowed to profit from the labor of others? And now, they demand more from us, simple people. They needed to be taught a lesson for the sake of our kampong.
I believed in you, Tuan Daus.
I was doing it for our people, Pan Bongsu. You wouldn't know anything about making sacrifices for the greater good.
You killed an innocent boy. How is that for the greater good?
That's easy for you to say, you foreigner. My father, his father, and those who come before them spend their lives slaving away on the field. This was a never-ending cycle of suffering. If the system wasn't going to change by itself, someone was going to have to force it too.
You are wrong, Tuan Daus. This cycle of suffering will never end if we choose to end it with more suffering. I'm sorry you felt the need to force the hand of God on this matter. But you brought too much pain on this kampong for any good to come out of it. I'm erasing this man from the narrative. Let future historians wonder how Melor reacted when you broke her trust. You have torn my world apart, I want you to burn. I want you to burn. The world has no claim to my name. The world has no right to this shame. But I won't let the hate fuel my flame. I'm burning my enemies, burning the chains that once held me captive. You forfeit your rights to this land. You forfeit the trust of its men. You walk as an outcast instead, with only the memories of justice in love.
Kau begitu sempurna, di mataku kau begitu indah. Kau membuat diriku akan selalu memujamu. Di setiap langkahku, ku kan selalu memikirkan dirimu. Tak bisa ku bayangkan hidupku tanpa cintamu. Janganlah kau tinggalkan diriku, takkan mampu menghadapi semua. kau tinggalkan diriku, takkan mampu menghadapi semua